Hello and welcome to the DX Corner for your weekly dose of DX as part of Ham Radio's oldest ham radio magazine on the air, This Week in Amateur Radio. I'm Bill, AJ8B. If you're watching this on YouTube, the text of this will be included in the show notes, so you won't have to worry about dates and times and URLs and call signs. I received the following email from Tim, N9 Papa November. Hello, Bill. I submitted for my 10-meter DXCC on April 22nd, and a week later, under my application, it shows that it finished. Next up is 15 and 20 meters, 7.3s, Tim, N9PN. Well, congratulations, Tim. Keep me in the loop and let me know how the chase on 15 and 20 are going. And don't forget 12 meters. That's another great band, and you're not going to get it in a few years, so you should chase it now. But well done. Each week, I'm trying to focus on those entities that will be available in the next 7 days. There's so much data to sift through that I thought a focus on the next week might be helpful. So here's what should be coming on. The following DX information comes from Bernie, W3UR, editor of the DailyDX, the WeeklyDX, and the How's DX column in QST. If you would like a free 2-week trial of the DailyDX, your only source of real-time DX information, just drop me a note at thedxmentor@gmail.com. The Cape Verde operation is QRV. Delta 44 Tango Whiskey Oscar, Harald, and Delta 44 Zulu Zulu India, Warren, are on Santiago Island in Cabo Verde. They are prepared to activate 160 meters through 6 meters, CW, sideband, and digital modes. Neither station will have an amplifier as power on the island is inadequate to support amplifiers. The antennas are a vertical for 160 through 30, a BuddiHex beam on 10 through 20 meters, and a 4-element beam on 6. Special emphasis will be placed on the less commonly worked bands according to club log. Harald will operate mainly CW while Warren will focus on sideband. Both will operate on digital modes to ensure that as many operators as possible have a chance to make QSOs. They are bringing a Starlink Mini and hope that this will enable reliable use of ClubLog live stream utility. While QSOs will be uploaded to ClubLog in real time, QSL arrangements are exclusively through Charles M0OXO. Per Kilo Bravo 2 FMH, James, the 3 Yankee 0 Kilo team met recently in Oslo, Norway for the first team development workshop and equipment shakedown. They are in great spirits and are having fun setting up some of the tents that they will use for stations and quarters. The larger tents, as used during the 3Y0 Juliet adventure, are supplied by Arctiv Lavo, and the smaller ones for sleeping are provided by Barents Outdoor. The team would like to especially thank the German DX Foundation for their very generous donation of 10,000 euros. Another supporter, DX World, supplied the ready-to-eat MREs that will feed them on the island for lunch, and then they sat for a nice dinner after a productive day's work. Antennas will be built and tested for proper tuning before being packaged for shipping. This saves a lot of time once they land with all antennas marked before packing, along with the required tools needed to assemble them quickly as the stations are built in Cape Phi in February of 2026. Yeah, it seems like a long way off, but it's less than a year now. To learn more about Bouvet and make your donations, please visit 3y0kilo.com and click the donate button. Every contribution helps offset the tremendous cost for this great adventure. And if you can do it, $10, $15, $20, it will make a difference. To celebrate the 77th anniversary of the State of Israel and the Israeli Association of Radio Communication, special call sign prefixes 4 X-ray 77 and 4 Zulu 77 will be active on the air through May 30th. Don't miss this opportunity to work a special 77 prefix and join the celebration. Zoo PG5 Delta Oscar Norway has resumed operations under the call sign P29 X-ray Zulu from Papua New Guinea, utilizing an FT897 transceiver and a 750V antenna. He will intermittently operate on the following frequencies: 14.074, 21.074, 28.074, and 50.313 MHz. QSL cars should be directed to EA5 GL. C37 JPE from Andorra is QRV through the end of the month from the Union de Radioaficionados Andorrans Club. The special call sign is for Jacques del Petits Estates d'Europe, or the Games of the Small States of Europe. The games are in Andorra from May 26th to the 31. QSL Bureau or direct. And you can tell by the things that I include in this area that I really like working these special event stations and collecting the QSL cards. I hope you do too. HB0/DL2 SBY Casimir will be on until May 18th from Liechtenstein on all the HF bands with verticals and an inverted V, as well as 6 meters with a 5-element Yagi. No bureau is via LOTW or direct DL2 SBY, and that would be a really good catch on 6 meters. Well, the big DX news for the last week or so has been from the Prince Edward's and Marian's Islands ZS8W, who is QRV. They informed the DailyDX that he's been active on 160 beginning around 2100 Zulu, but had a QRT around midnight local time after making some 117 contacts from Europe and Japan on FT8 due to antenna failures. He plans to be QRV all day today and tonight with a return to 160 meters on 1.832 megahertz. Then it will be off the air for up to 3 days before being QRV again. So that has passed and he actually is QRV again. His plans to be on the air until May 15th, which is when the ship is expected to arrive at Marian Island. Eurus reports heavy winds constantly, which have been causing his SWR to go high, which then shuts down the amp. Eurus has uploaded the most recent QSOs as of 2117 Zulu May 5th. Club log as of May 5th is showing 14,706 QSOs. And there was an email that came out literally a few minutes ago indicating that he's only going to be on the air till May 12th. So it's possible by the time you get around the listening of this that he's already done. And I hope not. I really haven't been able to hear him very much. From the Ohio Penn DX Bulletin, I have the following. In the city of Reims, France, on May 7th, 1945, at 2:41 a.m., the unconditional surrender of the German armed forces was signed, thus ending the Second World War in Europe. For this occasion, a group of OMs from Marne, the department, will use special call sign TM45END in May from the 7th to the 11th, 14th to the 18th, and then from the 21st to the 25th. They will be active on all bands and modes, and you can QSL that via F5JYD with details on QRZ.com. Again, another really excellent special event opportunity. Best regards, and that was from Jean-Michel, F6AJA. The most recent DX Mentor YouTube episode is available this weekend. Dan, KB6NU, was the guest. He talked about his blog, his mission statement, and all of the training materials that he has developed, as well as the successful classes he's given. If you're interested in DX podcast and YouTube channels, you should check out the DX Mentor Facebook page and subscribe to be kept up to date on all of the DX activities. So here's a quick contest update. I know that the ARL contest sheet is read elsewhere in this podcast, and the contests that I mention are sometimes redundant. However, there are a few contests that I have found to be especially useful for DXers who are trying to fill band slots or to get entities or zones in the log that they may otherwise be difficult to get. The contest to get ready for is the 2025 CQ Worldwide WPX contest. The CW portion will be held the weekend of May 24th and 25th. The objective is for amateurs worldwide to contact as many amateurs and prefixes as possible during that contest period. Only 160, 80, 40, 20, 15, and 10 will be used. Observance of established band plans is strongly encouraged. The exchange is RST report plus a progressive contact serial number starting with 001 for the first contact. The final score is the result of the total QSO points multiplied by the number of different prefixes worked. And with AJ8B, you can see why I enjoy this contest. I've always considered this contest to be the end of the contest season for me, so I like to hit it hard. Let me know if you are planning to operate and then how you do. On all of these topics, if you need any more details or have any input, please drop me a note at thedxmentor@gmail.com. Until next week, this is Bill, AJ8B, saying 7-3, and thanks to my XYL Karen for her love and support. I hope to hear you in the pile-ups. Have a great DX week.